I've got some more thoughts today about content creation that I think I'll share. So obviously there's a lot of different websites that you can do content creation on the internet. Of course, you have YouTube and Instagram, X, Facebook, WordPress. And to decide which one you want to use, I think there's two factors at play that I think can really be applied to any economic area. The first is, which do you actually enjoy? And the second is, which one's going to give you the best return, economically or monetarily or, financially. And so I've decided that YouTube and video is really the only thing I want to focus on. I'm not really interested in Twitter or dang it. I'm not really interested in Twitter or come on, I don't want to make people watch an ad. I'm not really interested in using Twitter or Facebook or something like that to monetize, Really, I just like YouTube. That's really it. So the first thing I would say is kind of figure out what platform you want to use. I don't really care for Instagram or anything like that. YouTube's kind of the only thing that I care about, so that's the only thing that I really want to use. And then the second thing is, what do you want to do, and what do you think people will watch? That's really it. I mean, you can, if you do the route where you only care about what people want to watch, and you don't care about what you gain from it. Where is the freaking? How do I close this out? Good grief. It's the longest ad I've ever seen in my life. For a game, good grief. Anyway. I'm so mad I forgot what I was saying. You need to choose the platform that you like and that you think will get the biggest return. I really recommend doing both. Of course, man, a freaking truck. Nice. Okay. So, you want to do both. You want to find something that you like. If you like Instagram, you can use Instagram. If you like Facebook, whatever. If you like TikTok, use TikTok. I like YouTube. That's why I use YouTube. I love watching YouTube. That's the platform that I want to use. Even though I used to do WordPress, and I just think YouTube will provide the best return. Psychically, oh shoot, I thought I was going to go upside down. Psychically and just financially, I think it'll provide the best return. So that's really kind of the first thing you want to do when choosing a platform to use. What platform? Why didn't I do that? Choose a platform that you think you'll enjoy using the most, and also factor in what your returns you think you can get on the platform. And then, content-wise, that's kind of I almost think that's kind of the magical part of it, because if you look at the reasons, if you take some popular YouTube channels, right, and you say, why do people like this, and you wrote it down, there'd be a lot of different reasons. For instance, it could be a particular video game, it could, whatever. That's what I'm trying to accomplish with this channel. I'm just looking for people who like Geometry Dash and who don't mind commentary. If you like a no commentary Geometry Dash run, then obviously this isn't the channel for you. But the point I'm making is that there's a lot of different interests about why somebody would like a YouTube channel. For instance, maybe somebody likes a YouTube channel that just makes fun of like indie games or whatever. There's whatever it is that you like about a channel. You can apply that to every channel. You can every channel that you like, you could probably give like a one sentence explanation of why you like that channel, right? Like there's a YouTube channel I watch. It's called Chris's NYC Hot Dog Stands and More. What's the one sentence that I could say why I like that channel? Well, he's a New Yorker that walks through the city and showcases the food that he eats, and most of it's hot dogs. You know, I enjoy that. You know, I don't need him to go to Los Angeles, and I don't need him to sample the newest release from Burger King. You see what I'm saying? I don't need him to be everywhere at every time. I don't need him to go to Los Angeles to go to you know what I'm saying? Because you could generalize and say, okay, so he's a food channel, so you like destination food based channels. So you would like it if he goes to Spain, you'd like it, whatever. Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying I'm against that, but he doesn't have to do that for me to like his content. You see my point? I like his content because I like New York City videos, and I like watching the food trucks, the culture. Oh my God. I like watching the food trucks, the culture, and I just like watching him eat New York hot dog food trucks. So you really want to be able to put it in my opinion, you want to be able to put it into one sentence why you like a channel, and that will kind of explain the success of that channel to you, right? And then you can kind of apply that to your own self whenever you're making content. Eliminate the content you don't want to make. Like, I don't want to make a blog. I don't want to have an Instagram. I don't want to make a Twitter. YouTube is fine. I like YouTube a lot. I want to learn how to make better YouTube videos. I love YouTube. I love watching YouTube. It's the only, besides, Facebook, it's the only social media that I really have. And I really care about this platform. I love the videos. I mean, I have like 1,500 videos in my watch later playlist. I mean, I love YouTube. And when it comes to content creation, like I said in the previous video, if you decide you want to be a content creator, decide what platform you want to use. And then my advice from there is what's your niche, right? You need a niche. You really do. You don't want to be a jack of all trades channel. You need to be able to summarize, like in one sentence, what your channel is and what you're trying to accomplish. Like for mine, I would say this channel obviously is a Geometry Dash commentary channel. The commentary is pretty broad, right? I don't really want to do controversial political stuff. I don't care. But it's a Geometry Dash commentary channel. So, people who like Geometry Dash might like it. People who like video game commentaries might like it. People who like live, that's the niche I'm trying to work on. It's just a Geometry Dash commentary channel. That's it. What's the market for it? I don't know. Not as great as some other things, but I like Geometry Dash, and this is something I think I can make content at, so I'll accept whatever results I can get. So my advice is you need to, in one sentence, you need to be able to describe what your channel is. And it just seems like niches work best. I'm not the best in the world when it comes to that, but I'm in the process of learning. And in the process of learning that, how to make a successful YouTube channel, this is part of what I've done. I've just said, you know what? I think Geometry Dash is a nice niche. Say that 5 times fast. It's something I can do and not get tired of. I can play this and not really get tired of it. I think I can make a whole channel off of it. As far as, can I make constant uploads without getting tired of making uploads? Can I make video after video after video and not get tired of the video while still thinking that people will like the video? I think people will like Geometry Dash. I think I can make, hundreds of Geometry Dash videos. So that to me seems like a good idea. So that's really, I just try to boil down what you think people will like and what you can do without getting burnt out on it. And if you do get burnt out, my advice, especially if you've succeeded, if you've created a successful YouTube channel, but you're just burnt out, my advice would be don't. I really would. I mean, you can sell the channel if you want, and then they'll ruin it. They'll make it whatever. I would rather. I think a better idea would be to just. Why? I think keep thinking it's going to go upside down. Picks today. You got picks for. I think a better idea would be to just leave it up. Like, just take a break and leave it up. Like, that's just me. I wouldn't want to sell a YouTube channel that I worked hard on, personally. Or, a YouTube channel that I tried to grow. I wouldn't sell it out. Because some people end up buying it back. It's kind of funny. They sell their channel. You like their channel, then they sell out. And then they buy it back. It's just kind of weird. Damn! Holy. So I don't recommend doing that. I don't recommend like selling out. I really think find something you like. Find something that you think other people will like. And that's kind of the hardest part. And find something that you won't get tired of doing. That you can just do hundreds of videos on. And just do that. And don't try to branch. If you branch out, don't do it on that channel. Create a different channel. Try to keep everything niche. That's what I'm trying to do. If I have a different idea, I'll just make a new channel and try to see if I can make, hundreds of videos in that niche, whatever it is. I would say the hardest part is identifying the niche. That's really the hardest part, because it's easy to be broad and say, oh, it's a gaming channel. Okay, then you just think you can put any video game content out there and it'll work, and then it doesn't. So the hardest part is identifying the niche. You can see the niches in others. I like watching competitive video games, so that's the niche I'm interested in. But identifying the niche is the hardest part of creating a YouTube channel. Find the medium you like. Find something that you enjoy doing. Find something you can do hundreds and hundreds of times. But the hardest part is identifying the niche audience, the audience that will be interested in what you're doing. And that's the part that I think I'm learning how to do. I've been watching videos on how to do. And I think maybe identifying like one sentence that you like about other YouTube channels. Like the channels that you really like, can you sum it up in like one sentence why you really like their YouTube channel? And that really is what I would call, that is the niche. That is the niche. I like watching this guy walk through New York City on his lunch break, eating at different food trucks. That's the niche. That's what I like about the channel. That's what the channel is, He goes on break. He walks through New York City. He tries different places to eat, and he rates the food. And that's his niche. I'm part of this niche audience that likes that. Boom, he's successful. So you really want to summarize in one sentence what your niche is. If you can't simplify it, then you got a problem. You need to simplify it. If you can't explain in one sentence what your channel is, you need to whittle it down. And if your one sentence is very broad, I'm a gaming channel, okay, that can work. It has worked. But I think it would be better if you could specify more specifically what it is your channel is. I think that would be more beneficial for you. And if you have another idea, then I would very strongly advise you to create a separate YouTube channel. Don't try to do everything in one YouTube channel, because the audience that cares about one thing is not going to care about the other thing, and then it's just your channel's not going to grow. Keep it niche, stupid. Kins. Kins. Why did I jump? It's because I know the timer's about up. Shut up. I would really say try to identify. The hardest part is identifying the niche that you're trying to satisfy. But I would highly recommend you try to identify the niche that you want. And if you have multiple ideas, just try to appeal to different niches. That's the best advice I can give you. Best of luck.